Hi, and welcome to today's devotional. I've been kind of poking around looking at some of Paul's writings today. Let me start first. I just came back from visiting Linda in the hospital, and she'd been sleeping, of course, but she talked to me a little while, and she appreciates all your love and prayers and support. She had to turn off her phone because she was getting too many calls and stuff. So she's turned them off so she could sleep. But she was doing quite well when I went to see her, and the surgery went very, very well. Okay, back to Paul. I was poking around in here, and I got in Corinthians chapter 15, where Paul is talking about when Jesus rose from the dead. And so I'm going to start here in about verse 7. After that, he was seen of James, then all the apostles. And last of all, he was seen of me also, as one born out of due time. For I am the least of the apostles, that I am not meet to called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God. But by the grace of God I am what I am, and his grace was bestowed upon me was not in vain, but I labored more abundantly than they all, yet not I, but the grace of God which was with me. Therefore, whether it be I or they, so we preach, so we believed. So this little story of Paul here, I think, is a great illustration of what true Christianity is. Because even though Paul started out as an unbeliever and a persecutor of Christians, when God revealed himself to Paul, he changed and became a fervent supporter of God. Um, Pastor Travis liked to call him the greatest Christian that ever lived, and that may very well be true. And he is that because he encapsulates what Christianity is all about. Your past is in your past. Once you come to God, once you come to Jesus, that is washed away. And God sees you through the lens of Jesus, and he sees you as perfect. Will admit you into heaven so we can spend eternity rejoicing and praising God. That's what the whole message is about, is that we learn to accept God and to be like Jesus as much as we can. When we do this, we should act in accordance with Jesus' instruction to love everyone, to love everyone unconditionally. Remember, God looks at all of us as the same. He doesn't care if we're man or woman, black, white, yellow, red, if you're crippled, if you're got autism. He doesn't care about any of that. All he cares is that you believe. That's the ticket. You have to accept Jesus in your heart. Ask God to forgive you and take you into heaven. And once you do that, you will start changing your ways. You will start living a better life. Old habits are hard to break, but if you keep studying the Word, if you keep fellowshipping with other Christians, you will change your ways and you will cast aside these evil ways, these bad ways, and you will walk closer to Jesus. And this is a great thing because others will see you and then say, that's how a Christian lives. I want to be like that. That is a good man. That is a good woman. They always accept others for what God sees them as humble sinners who need salvation. And we are all sinners, and we all need God's salvation. So y'all think about that and work on that in your heart. Um, Take that deep in your heart and remember how we treat others. Someone will see us. And if we treat others, nastily or evilly, someone will see that. So we want people to see you act as a Christian. Remember, if you were put on trial for being a Christian, will there be enough evidence to convict you? All right, y'all have a good night.